So I don't know if you've been keeping track, but recently there's been an interesting card that's been popping out in people's side decks. I'm talking about Mistaken Arrest, which is actually Shared Ride's brother. So it's not in everyone's side decks because it's not that generic, but Unchained can definitely play it really well. As a matter of fact, I've already seen multiple deck lists featuring this card, and for a very good reason. It's a quick play lingering version of Mistake, which destroys pretty much every deck I can think of. By the way, I need to reiterate the fact that the wording on this card is actually the same as Mistake. So don't compare it to Drool because you can still draw cards even under Mistaken Arrest or Mistake. The only thing you can't do is search from deck to hand. And obviously, Unchained doesn't really have to search from deck to hand, it can set from deck to field, or recycle back from grave to hand, or special summon from deck to field. Now, even though it is a quick play spell card, meaning that you can use it right away when you draw it, you will usually use it as a trap card instead. This means that Unchained players who are choosing to go with this card could very well play Different Dimension Ground instead. Now, why is that the case? Why are people preferring Mistaken Arrest over Different Dimension Ground? I guess we're already in a format where Shifter is a thing and a Rise Art is a thing, so being able to play a card that prevents searching instead might be a little more generic. And again, being a quick play spell card means that you can use it right away even when you're going second, which is really good against decks like Flunderies. So imagine, the Flunderies deck, when they set up their turn 1 board, they were going to be ending on Empen and the trap card and Robina in hand, and then they're going to try to normal summon the Robina on your own turn. And even though they can chain block, you can still prevent them from searching, and if you do that with a Mistaken Arrest, they will not have the extra normal summon, meaning that they can't tribute summon on your own turn, which is really good for you. So in a way, indirectly, Mistaken Arrest can actually be kind of like a board breaker going second against a few decks that really need to search on both players' turns. And Mistaken Arrest is actually worded in a really weird way as well. It actually lingers until the end of your next turn. So not just the end of your turn or the end of the next turn. That means that a single spell card can actually shut down searching for a whopping 3 turns. But to be honest, even though this card only lingered for 1 turn and you could only use it on your opponent's turn, it would still be really good. It would just be like a quick play version of Mistake that only works for 1 turn, which is fine because at least you're dodging cards like Duster and Lightning Storm. And even though it doesn't make your opponent outright lose anything, you're still denying your opponent of potential pluses. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tempo leads to card advantage, and card advantage leads to destroying you, so you really want to prevent that. And because of that, I want to say that this card single-handedly replaces cards like Solemn Judgment, Anti-Spell, D-Barrier, and any other floodgates. You draw this card, you know for a fact that it's going to be good against 95% of the decks out there. If not more, honestly. Because again, who the hell isn't trying to search in 2023? There's a reason why Drool is really good right now, and unlike Drool, this card can be used on the draw phase and also doesn't let your opponent get a first search. The worst part is, there might almost be a world in where you could actually main deck this card. I just wouldn't because I think it's far worse going second than first, but sometimes it's still decent. And again, the goal of this card is not to immediately make your opponent pass turn, but rather prevent your opponent from doing too much, and then you use your other interruptions in order to stop your opponent completely. And then turn 3 is going to be your follow play, you kill your opponent, and then you just win the game. Now, even though I've said that Unchained was one of the best decks to be able to play this card, it's not the only one. Dynamorphia could do it really well because honestly, the only cards that really search in their deck would be the pot cards. And this card could also make sense in Labyrinth in case you're scared of, I don't know, Duster, Lightning Storm, Cosmic, Evenly, etc. Again, it's just a safer version of Mistake. And not being able to search in Labyrinth only means that instead of turboing out Ariana, you have to turbo out Lady Labyrinth. Doesn't change anything to your life, honestly. And this card could also be really good in Salamangreat because after turn 1, you're pretty much done searching cards from deck to hand. You're already done searching and you already have your field spell, all of the monsters in your graveyard, so now it's just a recycle game with Sunlight Wolf and all of the monsters that you have. Look, basically, if your deck used to beat Colossus back in the days, your deck can play this card. I hate this card with a passion though, so I really hope it's not gonna see too much play. Yeah, kinda screwed myself making this video, I suppose, but hey, I really have to make content. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts about this disgusting card in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.